back to the YouTube channel of Pro Ender Vids, and this is my Game 1 State of Origin 2022 preview. So, State of Origin for 2022 is only 2 days away on the Wednesday, so got to be keen for it, You got to be so hyped, so keen for it, and yeah, it's just that time of the year that everyone loves. State of Origin, nothing better. Yeah, so I think it'll be a good game on Wednesday. I think it'll be a good series, hopefully, in general. I'm hoping for a New South Wales Blues win. Obviously, I go for New South Wales, so come on, the Mighty Blues, eh? Come on. But yeah, no, look, it's going to be good, and basically going to be previewing the Game 1 series, or Game 1 game ahead, and of course, as I do the Game 1, preview that, there'll be Game 2 in the coming weeks, and Game 3 in the next couple of months. So, yeah, so just want to say also that I have started off a channel membership. I know I've said this a couple of times now, but just going to say, just in case not many people know. So I've got a YouTube channel membership, basically a Pro Ender Vids membership. So basically you sign up, it costs money. There is two options. One's a silver membership, one's a gold membership. Silver membership costs $4.99 a month, and the gold one costs $7.99 a month. So you pick and you choose which one works for you. I understand not everyone may get one because of money and they may have the cash, which is understandable because I'm not going to force anyone to obviously get one. But look, if you think you can and if you want to, it would be greatly appreciated if you can be a Pro Ender Vids channel member. Can see exclusive videos that no one else can see perks that no one can see unless you're a member. You get updates basically on any videos that I'll do before I upload them, before anyone else. You get to use custom emojis, custom things that members are not people. Only members can use that, but people who are not members can't. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And yeah, I think hopefully there's enough members signing up for the next couple of weeks. So I hope to see some more. But anyway, this is my preview for Game 1 of State of Origin. So gonna go through the teams and yeah, keep on going after that. So going through both sides, so fullback James Tedesco for New South Wales. On the wings, Brian Toto and Daniel Tupou. In the centres, it's Tony Staggs and Jack Wyden. The halves are Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary. The props are Payne Haas and Junior Paulo, and hooker Damien Cook. The back rows are Cameron Murray and Tarek Sims. Lock Isaiah Yeo. And on the bench is Stephen Crichton, Liam Martin, Regan Campbell-Gillard and Ryan Madison, and the 18th man Nico Hines. And as for Queensland, their team is fullback Kalen Ponga, wingers Selwyn Cobbo and Xavier Coates. Centres Valentine Holmes and Dane Gagai. Halves are Cameron Munster and halfback Daly Cherry Evans, who's captain. Props and Tino for Asul Malawi and Josh Papali'i. Hooker is Ben Hunt. Back rows are Kurt Capel and Felice Kafusi, while the lock is Ruben Cotter. On the bench is Harry Grant, Lindsay Collins, Patrick Carrigan, Jeremiah Nanai, and 18th man Tom Dearden. So looking at both New South Wales Blues and Queensland Maroons' sides, I think looking at both the teams, I'd say the Blues might have the upper hand in the back line because I think that we've got more of a skillful back line, a bit more experience too. I guess with Toto doing a good job there last year. Apparently Stephen Crichton's going to push Jack Wyden out of the centres and he'll start there apparently. I don't know how true it is, but apparently it's going to happen, so that's good. Staggs, looking forward to seeing how he goes. He's an absolute weapon. He's been great for Broncos this year, so definitely deserves his chance for the Blues. And he's been talked about for years playing there, but just injuries and that have prevented him from being there. Yeah, the Tedesco, Cleary, Luai, they're all proved that they've done well in Origin before. And looking at Maroons' back line, it's not bad, but I'd definitely take Luai and Cleary over Munster and Cherry Evans personally. Cobbo's good, but yet to be seen at Origin level. Val Holmes and Gagai are okay centres in my opinion. Not game-breaking centres, but they're okay centres. Have done an alright job this year. Ponga at fullback. Yeah, Ponga's a great player, but he's too in and out of games, so he needs to be really consistent and throughout the whole series if he is going to be the fullback. So I think the Blues have the upper hand in the back line just in general. In the forward pack, though, it is pretty equal. Don't know where to go with both forward packs. I mean, Blues have a pretty strong forward pack as well as Queensland, so it's hard to really judge who has a better one. I guess maybe Blues might have a better back row pairing, maybe. I mean, Capel or Kafusi are good, but I think Murray and Sims are proven a bit more. proven a bit more, and I think they've been better at club level personally. That's what I think as well. But yeah, look, the forward pack is pretty equal. I think Tino and Papali up against who our props, Pulo and Haas, or Paolo, however his new pronunciation is. Yeah, so those two front rowers up against each other. That's going to be very, very good. That's a good battle. The dummy half battle is going to be good as well, even though I think Cook has the upper hand over Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt's been pretty good this year for the Dragons, and he has done well for the Maroons before in the past. So I think, yeah, I think that's going to be an alright battle. But yeah, both forward packs look alright. But yeah, I think the Blues have a better back line though. So it will be a good battle though. I like the teams. I like the teams that they've selected. I'm still a bit surprised with Swiley being there and Jacob Saifidi. Don't think those two should be there. I definitely have Adokar and Jake over them two, or Cameron Graham over Swiley, at least in the reserves. But is what it is. Freddie has his decisions. Alright, on to the next part of the preview now. This is about some things that I personally like to question and like to sort of get an answer on, like to find out basically. So the 3 things I'm thinking about and 3 things that I'm looking forward to seeing how it does pan out in Origin. One is how Billy Slater goes as a head coach for Queensland for the very first time in his history being a coach for any sort of level of football. I also question yeah, the other one I question is if Cobbo, Nanai, those 2 guys are ready for Origin. I know there's Ruben Cotto who's making his Queensland debut, and Patrick Carrigan, but they've both been playing for a little lot longer than Nanai and Cobbo. So I want to question if Cobbo and Nanai are ready for the big stage yet. And the other one is the decision around Jack Wyden and Stephen Crichton. So I'll start with Billy Slater. So Billy Slater, for me, being a head coach, look, I think Slater's a great player. He was always a great player. He was always a championship player. Seems to know a lot in the game. As you can tell by Channel 9, if you watch their station that much, that he seems to have a good knowledge in the game and good mindset on what teams need to work on and what he thinks about the game in general. So he does a good job in terms of analysing all that sort of stuff. So I think he'll bring that mindset into the coaching role at the Queensland Maroons. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll do a good job. I think he'll to do what is expected, I suppose. Just do your job and be there and do well for the players. But I feel like it's more the players that are going to do more of the responsibility than Billy Slater, to be honest, because the players have been playing on long enough. They've been playing Origin for a couple of years now, so they know each other pretty well, and they'll know that they have to sort of stand up as Billy's a new coach, and as he, you can't put all the pressure on Billy Slater. So I think people like Sherry Evans, Munster, Gagai, Papali, they're all experienced players. They've been playing for Maroons for a while, all the morons. Nah, I have to say that sneaky banter in there. But yeah, no, them two, or them 4, I should say, they have all been pretty experienced before. So those players should all help Billy Slater out. And I think Billy Slater will do a good job in terms of attack. I think Billy Slater's always been an attacking player, so he'll get the best out there in attack, that's for sure. As for Cobbo and Nanai now, I think Cobbo and Nanai both in great club level, both in great players at club level. As for Cobbo at the Broncos, been excellent, been a great player, he's had a breakout year, definitely got a big future in front of him. He's already been compared to people like GI and just other great young players, or other great big name players who have retired, and basically, how they started at Cobbo's age and how they went. So, look, I think Cobbo is a real freak of a player, has a really big future, but I think putting him in the big stage is a bit of a risk because Origin is a bit different to, actual club level, because Origin there's so much pressure and there's so much you have to do the right way if you want to play well in an Origin series. So, look, I like Cobbo. I think he's a great young player with plenty of potential, but I think I would have had Corey Oates over him personally because of experience-wise, and Cobbo hasn't really, been at a level like this before where there's that much pressure. So I think being at the Broncos, where the Broncos weren't expected to do too much this year, has helped his game probably, knowing that there's less pressure for him to do and have on his shoulders, where at Queensland it is a bigger sort of level and there's obviously a lot more expectation put into that game. So I think Oates would have been better there. But anyway, Cobbo's there, so hopefully it goes well. As for Jeremiah Nanai's a funny one because he's been great this year for the Cowboys. He scored so many tries this year as a back row. I think he scored about 7 or 8 tries this year. So that's really good for a back rower. And I think he's eligible for Rookie of the Year. So I think he's definitely in the box seat to win it, that's for sure. So, yeah, Jeremiah Nanai has been fantastic this year for the Cowboys. But like Cobbo, that's at club level. And Cowboys, were they expected to do so much this year? No, absolutely not. I had that as the wooden spooners, and that's not going to happen now. That's far from happening. So, I think, yeah, that's why Nanai sort of thrived in that role for the Cowboys in the back row. But, yeah, at Origin level, I know he's coming off the bench, so that's probably a bit easier for him coming off the bench. But I think he's not ready. He's only 18 years old. Just finished school last year because, yeah, he just turned 18 this year or last year and just finished school recently. So that is a lot of pressure to put on you to just play Origin that fast. But, he looks like a good player with a lot of confidence. So hopefully that confidence does get taken into the game on Wednesday. But yeah, I don't think he's ready either. I would have had Jai Arrow over him personally because of experience wise and been there, done it before Arrow. But look, again, like Cobbo, they're there now, so hopefully they go well. And as for the last one with Wyden and Crichton, well, I said this before in the team news that apparently Crichton's going to start over Wyden and Wyden will go back to the bench. So that's probably a good thing for the Blues. But again, for Freddie, I don't know why he'd start Wyden in the centres and Crichton off the bench. Crichton's been one of the best centres all year, whereas Wyden, has been better than what he was last year. But the obvious logic is that to put Crichton in the centres because Crichton's a dead set centre, not a bench utility player. And Jack Wyden can play more. But Jack Wyden can play more positions as well. So yeah, it makes sense that they're going to do that swap just before the game starts. So yeah, that's my thoughts on some of the key things that I'm questioning for Game 1. On to the very last segment of the preview now. So this is my tip and predictions for the game. So, yeah, my prediction for the New South Wales Blues versus Queensland Maroons Game 1 game. I'm obviously a very passionate New South Wales Blues fan. Yes, I am. I love the Blues. I obviously will be supporting them no matter what on Wednesday. I think they've got a good side, apart from maybe some weird selections. So is Queensland. Queensland have got a good team as well. But I think, unfortunately, I'm going to tip the Maroons here. I think the Maroons win by about 4 points. I just think that the Maroons have a lot to prove. They have a lot to bring. I think this year they look a lot stronger on paper due to more depth, I'd say, as well. And I think I like the fact that they have Munster and Cherry Evans partnering with Ruben Cotter in the middle. I feel like that's going to tear us apart, especially in the middle. Ruben Cotter is obviously a great ball-playing lock, and having a ball-playing lock does wonders for your team. We've seen it so many times this year with so many players. Like Murray does that for the Rabbitohs, Jacob Mealy, Isaiah Yeo for the Blues, So I think Cotter's going to do the exact same role for the Maroons and carve up our middle with Munster and Cherry Evans coming in as well. The back line's not too different. Even though I think Blues have a better backline because of form-wise, but I think when you have Gagai and Valentine Holmes who have been there and done it before over Crichton and Staggs, that's enough for me to determine that they have a bit more experience, a bit more there, and a bit more of a advantage, I'd say, for the Maroons. But yeah, look, I think Maroons will win. Psych, New South Wales Blues 22-18. Anytime try scorers, actually my first try scorer for the game will go to the Blues. And my first try scorer is going to be Tarek Sims. And, what I've realised in the past couple of years of State of Origin, it's always been an unexpected player that has scored the first try. Like, it's never an Addo Carr like I've seen in the past, or people have predicted. Like, not like a Tom Trbojevic, not like a Tedesco everyone's predicted in the past. Sometimes it's that weird forward that scores the first try. So, I'm going to back in Tarek Sims for first try. Yeah, I think Tarek Sims will score first try. I believe he will. I don't know what he's paying on Sportsbet, but bloody hell, it'd be a lot. So I think, yeah, he'd be my first try scorer. Anytime try scorers, I reckon Tedesco will score a try. I reckon Daniel Tupou will score a try. And I also reckon, another forward will score. And I think it might be the other back row, Cameron Murray might get a try for the Blues. And as for Queensland, I think someone's going to get a double for Queensland. And I reckon that's going to be Xavier Coates on debut. Not Xavier Coates on debut, sorry. Selwyn Cobbo on debut. Selwyn Cobbo on debut will get a double. I believe it'll be some quality ball by, I don't know who's on his side, but I believe we'll get quality ball by Cherry Evans or Munster, whoever he's playing with. They'll try and get the ball out to his side as much as possible. And I believe Cobbo up against up against Toto or Tupou, I think he'll do an alright job. If he's up against Toto, I think he'll win the height advantage if they kick to his side. As for Tupou and Cobbo, I don't know if they're versing each other. I think Cobbo will still score some tries up against Tupou, but Tupou probably has height advantage as well. But yeah, I think he'll score a couple of tries, Cobbo. I also think Val Holmes will score one. Val Holmes will score one. Usually he does. For most times he plays the Maroons, and just going to give one more away. I think Munster will score a try too. So, yeah, that's my tip and prediction for the game ahead in Game 1 of State of Origin on Wednesday. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your tips and predictions in the comment section down below. But, and look, I tipped the Maroons, but come on the Blues, come on, and fuck the morons.